Hey mom, when you take your girl child to your appointment, please don't tell them to wait outside because you want to speak to us about things concerning your women health, women reproductive health especially. I've come across two different women. One of them brought her child to the appointment. She was probably like 13 years old, and her mom was, I think mom was going through the changes, and she was explaining to me what she's been experiencing and everything. And I did like how you could see the girl's eyes with the way I was explaining everything from menarche, that's when you start your menstruation, to the changes you have your menstruation, and when you start getting to perimenopause and menopause. You could see how she was enthusiastic, and even though she didn't ask any questions, the child, but it did look like she was beginning to understand a few things from what she's been taught. And then I had another woman who came in, and she came to talk to me about something that has to do with her reproductive health as well. And next thing, as soon as I sat down and she finished a different issue altogether, and the second one was about her reproductive issue, she told the girl to leave the room. And this one was a much older child, she was about 15. And I was like, this is obviously, I couldn't say don't leave the room because I'm just a doctor, right? I'm not her mom or anything like that, but I did just feel like this was a missed opportunity, because sometimes these children need to get familiar, especially the girl child. They need to hear you say these these words rather, without it being like an abomination or strange. Because that's how we hide shame. That's why we propagate shame, that this part of our bodies are, shameful, things we shouldn't talk about. Whereas it's the opposite. They should get used to saying it so that if they were going through any form of abuse or anything like that, it's easier for them to tell you because they've heard you say things like that. And also, if they're going through any changes, I've seen children that are going through their menstruation and they don't tell their parents because they feel embarrassed. Things that happen to you that you should share with your mom, you're embarrassed because it's supposed to be a secretive thing. So we should take our girl child to our reproductive appointments. Let them get used to hearing these things. Let them get used to knowing that these things are normal. Women experience things like this, and you should seek help when you have maybe this problem, because sometimes that's an opportunity for the child to know in the future. For example, if things change with this period, that is not normal because they've probably seen the mom come to the doctor for that same issue. And with that, they don't forget. Children don't forget. Actually, our memories, we don't forget things like that because you know that your mom actually came for so and so issue. I've met people and I've